Hi, everybody. Just getting settled here. I had one little technical problem there as I was trying to start. So now we're officially started. So I'm hoping if you're out there, throw me a like, say a little something. Let me go ahead and check over here. Oh, Tanya's watching. It's working. Okay, that means someone can see me. Let me see if I can see me. Tanya, you got your hat on? I know you don't like wearing them. Let me do a little refresh here on my computer. See if I can find us. Hello, Tanya. Big hug. Oh, great. Donna's here. Donna, we're supposed to all be wearing a hat tonight. If you're not, that's fine. I'm trying to see if I can watch this on my main computer. So it's not coming up. So I'm not going to worry about that. I can see you all in here. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome to the party. We're just getting started. I hope other people have their party hat on. I hope you all had a good week. It was a pretty day today. A little chilly. I stuck my nose outside for a little bit. Did a little running around town, just dropping off a couple things. Thank you, Rebecca. Tanya has a matching hat, but she doesn't like to wear hats. Oh, you've got a Mickey Mouse hat. Okay, there you go. I'll let the headphones count. Just for you, Donna. I'll start going as people join in. Welcome them and say hi for me if I miss it. So I hope everyone worked on cards for people. I know that I did work on cards for a few people and get them sent out. Actually, I probably doubled what I usually do in cards because it's just a great way to stay connected right now. Let's see what else. So I definitely was doing that this week, among other things. I did close out the host code that was active, and I started a new one. So I will post that later in case anybody needs anything. I will say that Stampin' Up! Has been very good about reaching out with what they're doing. They have things in place that they're still able to operate in the state that they're in. They're in Utah. And they have separated their work staff. Oh, hi, Janelle. Thanks for joining us. But they have separated their work staff into two different shifts so that they're only there half a day, and they're separating the times they're there to spread them out more so they can continue to work and to get our orders to us through the mail. So as far as I know, they don't have any plans right now to change that unless they're giving orders, unless they were to be given orders to do so, which I've not heard of. So that's what's going on at the home office. I'm just glad to see people here tonight watching. Show of hands that I can't see. How many of you are watching to see if I drop the phone again, like last week? I hope not. I'm not going to jinx myself. Hey, Sarah. So anyway, that's kind of just the little intro I'm going to do. And I know you are like me. I saw something, so we're all different kinds of crafters. Some of us are really quick about it. Some of us, I saw a phrase today somewhere in one of my groups that I go, and the phrase was that the person said, "I craft like a crock pot." And that's totally me. Sometimes if I'm anyone, you're my friends, you've scrapbooked with me. It might take me a while to get 1 or 2 pages done. Sometimes I'm like that with cards too. It just depends. But I just thought that was a neat phrase. But now and then I'll just think, I'm just going to make this, and it may not be perfect, but it'll work out. And people are always happy to get the cards that we send. So that's it with the intro. Like I said, all this crafting is therapeutic. You can't see it. I have on my Crafting with My Peeps shirt today from Retreat to Complete. So we'll all, hopefully, if you haven't been there, people should go there once we get back to being able to go places. But so I talked about, I'm not going to talk about it again, but our celebration is ending. There's just a couple days if you did want something. That's definitely should get into that. I want to show you one thing before I turn it down. Oh, Rebecca, are you wearing one too? Great. Do you have the exact same shirt? Because I know you said you've been there, Rebecca, because you do know Kim Stotts. That's one of my, this is an oldie but a goodie, the Crafting with My Peeps. So anyway, before I turn it down, I want to show you one of the things we're going to talk about are dies. And some of you do have dies and die cutters. Some of you are just being introduced to it. I have dies are little pieces of metal, and they're cut out, and they have a little bit of sharp ridge on one side, and when you put it on paper in between two plates and run it through a die cutting machine, it cuts out that image. So, and right now, Stampin' Up, they remodeled they're in the midst of redoing what they're going to offer for a die cutting machine. They used to have it in the catalog the first year I started, and they pulled it out this year and they're revamping it, and I'm excited to see because they're supposed to be coming out with something in this year's new annual catalog, which won't hit until June. But for now, when it comes to if someone doesn't have a die cutting machine, you would need to go to a store or somewhere to get one, like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I happen to have, there's the big old Sizzix, which is what I have, and I wanted to show you. So this is the big old motherboard of die cutting machines. I actually got this at a yard sale off of Mary White. So it's an official Stampin' Up one. But you put your plates and you roll it through when it presses and it cuts out the image you want. And we'll see one of those later. There's Cuddlebugs that work like this. Or you can get a Gemini, which is an electronic version that you can buy from Sarah Davies off of Home Shopping Network or one of those similar type shows. But so let's turn down, fingers crossed, and then we'll start working and I'll show you. I'm going to show you a coloring technique. And then we're going to talk about the Ornate Garden Suite and the dies that I want to show you a special way to clean out the things that you cut from dies. So hold on, everybody. This is the tricky part. Let me hit that, flip that, flip that. And this is the part I want to be real careful about. And hopefully you can still see. Give me 1 second. I'll try to double check this. I better not be on my private page again. That will get me sad. Oh yeah, I'm here. Okay. Oh, good. I can actually see it, so I know it's working, and I can still, hopefully, still read your comments. I hope. I'm not sure about that. Yes, I can. So if you keep commenting, oh, hey, Kim's here. Hi, Kim. Kim Balzer. All right, so let's keep going. Get this out of the way, maybe. Okay. All right, so this is card that I made out of, having trouble with the cord. Hold on. Best laid plans, right? All right, back to the card. And I want to show you, because obviously some of this is stamped in sequins and cards and everything, but the coloring on this white part of the card. How I did that was, I took my ink pad and I flip it, because I want to get to the ink. And hold on, let me mute my computer because I can't stand hearing myself. Okay, there we go. So I want to create this coloring here just to give it a little bit of dimension. So the way I did that, there's a couple products. There's a couple products in craft stores, and there's a couple products in the catalog. And one of the products is these little daubers. And I've taken a bunch, and I have different colors, and I want to use the real red one. And they sell these in, I think, packs of 5 in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. So you just take your dauber, and you get some of the ink in there. So this was the real red ink. And you could also, if you had a little bit of the refills, you could squeeze out a drop of the ink and get it on there. But that tends to be really strong. Tends to be a little more subtle when you do it this way. And then just start off your paper and just start doing this. And if you go back and forth with it, you'll end up with some coloring on your card. And I know this is just a sample. It's not the proper size, but you can work with that and play with it. You could do different colors. You can make rainbow colors. You can make all kinds of backgrounds with that. And it's just a real simple way, if you're simple stamping, to have a few different papers and a few different inks and come up with all kinds of designs. So like I said, there's the daubers. I will put these later in the comments. And I like to label. It does dry and you could use it for different colors. I just wouldn't mix. I would keep color families together, but I think this came from Dollar Tree. So, but that's the first one. And the other way to do, so those were the daubers. And, oh, hi, Cindy. Glad to see you joined. How do you clean a dauber? You could try to clean them. The ink actually dries on them, Sarah. But you could try to clean them out, but I would just, they don't cost that much. So you could have one for your reds and one for your greens and go back and forth. But they do come in sets of 5, I believe. Or another way is they have sponges. So, and you can take a sponge and you can cut it up, and then these could all be a different color. If you were a purist about colors, if you're not too worried about it, you could use one for a family of colors. I would just think that if you're trying to do a real light color, you might want a fresh sponge rather than grabbing an old one that already has some in it. But that's just an easy coloring technique that anyone can use. And you can get some backdrops and background images and coloring schemes. Here's something too, if you don't know, these are the older style stamping pads. The newer ones are a little smaller, but they work basically the same. To close it, you would push it a little bit and swing it around and flip it. Just, and break it. But anyway, so that's the first technique. Next thing I want to show is it's a teaser. I can't actually put the item numbers up until April 1st. And it's the Ornate Garden Suite. And it's a really pretty suite that they're coming out with and for sale starting on April 1st through and it's actually a tease out of the new catalog. But I don't know if you can see that. Move that over. But I printed off some of the stuff, and there we go. There's a lag. And it's they've teased us with some of the things. I'm sorry they're not in color, but it's a good amount of stuff. They have some really pretty stamps. I did not get the stamps, sequins, and just to give us a little early thing to look at coming out of the new catalog. And I did get a few of the items in, and I think I talked about these last week. I have the papers, and I have the ribbon, and I did get the dies. So that's what I'm going to focus on today. Papers are always fun to look at, so let's look at that first. Oh, thank you, Tanya, for that tip for Sarah. Yeah, they really are inexpensive. So these are these papers and themed around daisies. The Ornate Garden Specialty Designer Series paper. And this is a sneak peek because only demonstrators have the paper. Like I said, it's not available until April 1st to start ordering. I can't even tell you the numbers until then. but really pretty. And it coordinates with, these are the colors that it coordinates with on this list here. And it coordinates with Whisper White, Terracotta Tile, Old Olive, Mint Macaron, Early Espresso, and Bumblebee. So there's a teaser, because Bumblebee is not a current color. It must be a new color. Every year when they come out with the next catalog, they introduce 5 new colors. So I'm assuming Bumblebee must be an orangey yellow. So I'm wondering if it's one of these colors. So that's kind of a neat teaser. And I think I showed these when they came, these papers. But I didn't show you because there's 5 different designs. There's the ones, they're all daisy or flower themed, but there's that color scheme. There's this red and green, pinks. Smaller one here. Oh, what's this guy doing? I guess there's more than that. I'm dropping things. But yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 different. But wait, there's not 6 different. There are 12 different because there's a reverse. And some of them, if you can see, if the light's not too bright, yes, it's 12 by 12 paper. Thank you for asking, Sarah. But it has gold foil accents. This will be gorgeous. Think about this if you took that coloring technique and you came in here really lightly with something and colored it in. I mean, and then cut it up. Because a lot of times when you get these really pretty, that's really bright. I wonder how to not make it so bright. I'll come down here maybe. But color that in. Different ways of coloring it in. And be really pretty on a card. So this one, look at this. I think half of them, what did I say, there were 6? 4 of them have background colors that have gold foil in them. So really pretty. And there's another with a bigger set of daisies and the gold foil and this green. So that's I didn't even notice that when this order came, and I think I did a tease about it. I didn't even look at the back until later, and I thought I gypped you guys and didn't tell you. And these two are just, they had basic different colors, but most of their designer series are 2-sided and have different backs that you can work from. But this is the paper here. I just thought this was really, really sweet. And the only 3 things I bought were paper and ribbon and the dies. So this paper I bought. And this is what I used for the card that I came up with. And I put this together real quick. And so it wasn't like a crock pot. I crafted faster than a crock pot. Maybe I crafted like an Instapot when I made this. Oh, yay, Stephanie. Thank you for finding me. Welcome to our crafters. We're very friendly and we welcome anybody to join us. Do I have solids to coordinate with the pattern paper? Yes, Sarah, I do. That was that list that I read off to you. And I will post all this later in the comments. But they are so good about this. That's the beauty of Stampin' Up! Is that everything coordinates. And they list all the colors on the packaging so that you know, and they list it in the orders, so in the catalog, so that you know what coordinating colors to get with it. So that's when I read off these colors that coordinate. The terracotta tile is an orangey color. The old olive is a green. The mint macaron is a green. So yes, you'll have solids right out of the regular catalog that coordinate with these. So, but anyway, so here's the card. And I just wanted to highlight the die. So I started in my mind and I did a simple base that I wanted it to be white so that I could highlight the die. And then I kind of just built from there. These are little die elements as well from that same ornate garden. The terracotta tile was the ink that I used because that was one of the coordinating colors. And then the ribbon, there were 2 ribbons. So this, I believe, is terracotta tile. Hold on, let me look for it. Here they are. So I ordered the 2-pack of ribbons, and the other one is old olive. Just a nice little small ribbon that you can use. You could tie a really nice little bow with this too, but I just used it as a division line between my 2 papers, so they would stand out more. So anyway, oh, and this right here is not, I know I showed you on that flyer that there were stamps that coordinate with this. I did not buy the stamps yet. I'm sure I probably will. So, and there are some daisy punches in the annual catalog now. I noticed that there was a medium-sized daisy punch, and that medium-sized daisy punch coordinated back to a stamp set in the annual catalog called Daisy Lane. So then what you do is you stamp the image and then use your punch to punch it out. But this is actually, I had a retired punch and a retired stamp that I already had in house, so that's kind of a no-no, but they always like you to use the most current. But it looks very much like it, so just to get my quick little card made, I did that. So I kind of mixed and matched a couple items. So thank you, Tanya, for answering that question. Let me show you the dies, which is what I wanted to focus on, because I wanted to show you a die tool that I used with that. So we'll just set this card aside for the moment. And I think we've talked about this tool before. Oh, here's the dies first. So when you get the dies, they'll come in a little nice container, little folder there that you can store things in. And it looks like I'm crafting. I'm starting to get a mess around here off camera that you can't see. So these are the dies. And I talked about that if you're not familiar with dies, this is the one I used. There's some of these are just standalone. Like here's the little bitty ones. The little bitty, I'd use these to make the little flowers here. But if you notice the little ridge there's a little bitty raised ridge, and that's the part when you put it down on the paper that cuts. So, and this is just a nice beautiful rose border. This one right here though, if you look at these, when you look at them, this one has a little bit of metal. This side, I don't know if you can see it, but this side here that continues on, that's got a real definite ridge to it, almost even thicker than this side. So that's how you can tell which edge is going to actually cut out all the way. So when you laid this on top of your card, when I did this, I just had the green piece, obviously, but that was the edge that I knew that was going to cut off all the way. So I took my little 1.5 inches of old olive I think I did it the full size of the card, which was 5.5, and then cut it down. But yeah, actually, I think I had it at 5.25 to begin with, and laid it and run it through, and you came out with this. And it's pretty ornate. If you notice, there's a lot of little bitty little dots and little things in that, and any of you that craft and do dies know that little pieces of paper can get stuck in there and can be kind of a pain sometimes. So there's a tool that helps you with that. Look at how many dies you get with this. There's this is the separate one. There's this little one, 1, 2, and these two are edgeables. Edgeables are like when they make an edge to a card. And this other part fits right on the rose one here to cut that out. So that's interesting. So, and this is a full cutout one. But anyway, so I did, instead of running and working with the big shot in front of you, which would be hard, I went ahead and I got some dies, pieces of paper, and ran them through the big shot to show you what I ended up with. And here's another one. So this is how it comes out after you run it through. And here's one more, I think. I've got 3 of them here. So here they are. And you'll see, yeah, there's a lot of little pieces in there. How am I going to get all those out? And do I have to find something, get my take your pick tool? And am I going to start poking? And no, you don't have to do that. There is something they sell, number one, I think I've talked about the Take Your Pick tool to begin with, which is this lovely little item. And normally when you see me with this, I'll have this part in there, which is the putty tip that you use. And then this other tip I use for poking, so you can poke things out, or a spatula for manipulating items that you're trying to put on your card. But they also sell this tip. So I took out my putty tip and put in the die brush. So this is a little attachment that we use. So one thing some of you have the Take Your Pick tool already, which is a separate item. So, but if you already have this part, then you order the Take Your Pick die brush tip. And this comes with 2 foam pads. And this is the foam pad. So after you've run your, and I love this is so fun. I'm going to do the really tricky one first. Oh, look at all those little things. Oh, put it on your foam. Take your little brush and you just start going back and forth. And little pieces of paper start flying everywhere. Look at that. Kind of makes a mess and you have to vacuum, but you know, you've already got little pieces from your dimensionals all over the floor anyway, so you might as well put something colorful with them. Oops, sorry about that. So you just do this until all the little pieces of paper go out. And there you go. I can't imagine doing this without one of these. And I think, Tanya, you've had a version of this for some time. You have all the gadgets I want, Tanya. But there you go. Look at that. All the way cleared out. Every last little bit. So if you're going to invest in these types of dies, I would definitely not want to be without this. And it, like I said, it comes with, I don't know why you need 2. I would think this lasts forever, this foam thing, but it gives you a whole nother foam mat in there. So, and I don't have a trash can here, but I have a mess. Let me just bop that down there on the floor. It'll blend in with the carpet, right? So, and you can just keep doing this all day. You get all your little bits out and all your real pretty dies. Look at that one. Look at that. Oh, but, and then get your thing. It's like confetti around here. Oh, look how pretty that one is. Oh, I love it. I got a few more to get, but I don't want to keep talking to myself. I want to flip up and see what's going on with you guys. Look at these roses. That'd be great for whenever we get to our Derby Day celebrations. Get your roses. That one's really pretty. So, here you go. Look at the mess. I need a cleanup crew. You know how they have sous chefs for people that have the cooking shows? I need a sous chef for my crafting. Oh, wow. I got to make something out of that. That's pretty. But that's what I wanted to show you with the tools. Let me flip back up so we can talk to each other. I'm not going to jinx myself yet. Let's see if I can flip us. There we go. Just bear with me 1 second, girls. Flip it. Flip it. Put this down. There we go. They are pretty dies. You are right, Rebecca. Let me get up here. Sorry for my bobbiness. Yay, I still have some of you with me. And I didn't drop the phone yet. So, what did I miss talking? Have you been talking amongst yourselves? I hope you have. I have this cord wrapped all around my neck. I don't know what I did. But that's what I wanted to get to today. If you have any questions, let me know. And going forward into next week, I will post item numbers for the things that we talked about today. And some of those I can't post until the 1st, since they're not, I'm not officially supposed to be selling them until the 1st. Well, I can't promote them until the 1st. Hold on, ladies. I have to fix this. Oh, I was choking. No. And I'm sorry I'm messing with the mic, but there we go. All right. Okay. So the last thing I want to show you is what I'm thinking of for next week. But I did say this week and I didn't get any answers. But please let me know if there's things you want to talk about next week, or any questions or any tips that you've wanted to learn or know, and I can try to find out about it, or maybe I know them. I know a couple things. But I know that for next week, I'm thinking for myself personally, I'm probably going to start thinking about some Easter cards because I have to get those going. Is Donna still here? Donna or Jillian? I meant to ask if you're going to be live tomorrow or not. I know you were going to be live last week, but something came up. So, because I love these live things. I love getting together with people. I love watching them. I love them more when I'm not the one that has to be in front of the camera. I'll be honest there. But so for next week, I don't know. I think a few of you got the paper pumpkins, and this was the paper pumpkin that just came, and I used this already to send a few cards to a few people that are shut in, and I did notice that one of the stamps in here, or not one of the stamps, but one of the cards and they're cute. It's a cute set with like all these. Oh, hey Donna. Yes, you're going to be live tomorrow night. Woohoo! So Donna Macy and her daughter Jillian have. Some of you are familiar with storybooks and fairy tales, so they do a live on Tuesday nights. So look for them on Facebook. Oh, good. I can't wait to see Donna. I apologize for eating, but I had a little bit of a tickle in my throat from my allergies, so I didn't want to be. But one of these cards, if you look real close at this one, with the boots and stuff, it's actually got a bunny, right there on it. See the bunny? So I'm going to take this one, and I've got. If any of you have bought the tulip set, the tulip set has. Happy Easter, happy spring, happy everything. So I'm wondering if that might fit. It probably won't fit on these cards because I wanted to make an Easter card out of this. But at the very least, if nothing else, I can ink the happy Easter words off of here and get them to fit. Because these, I will tell you, sometimes the cards I usually read in, sometimes the cards are full-size cards. These are actually this little smaller size. You can still mail them, but these are gorgeous, but they're much more compact. So I know that the sentiment this size won't fit on there. But just like we did when we made those round sentiments on the tulip cards, girls, you can always just ink the words you want and get those stamped on there. But that's the card I'm going to work on next week. I'm going to put together the paper pumpkin with a different stamp set. I'm going to mix and match and get some Easter cards going. So I think that's everything tonight. Everybody just come back again next week. I hope I haven't rattled on too long. But thank you for being with me. Thank you, Stephanie and Rebecca and Janelle and Tanya and everybody that showed up, and Sarah and Donna. Share this with your friends. Get people to come. I seriously need to do this. It kind of keeps me on track. So, because we all do all the other things, but for some reason, when I sit down with my cards or my stamping stuff, and I get working on that, it's like that other stuff falls away, and I can forget about it for a little bit, and do something that kind of re-energizes me and helps me get through things a little better. So, and I hope that works for you too. So feel free to share this and let others know that we get together Monday nights at 8 o'clock. And everyone, what do we got? What's going on? Oh, they have all kinds of stuff, Sarah. Yeah. You need to definitely watch tomorrow night with Donna and Jillian. They're like a comedy team because there's two of them. So me, well, maybe I am a comedy team. It's just me here. So, But good night, everybody. Take care until next week, all right? Bye-bye.